The video you're about to see is for educational purposes only. What you do with this information is at your own risk. Thank you for watching. Enjoy.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be addressing an issue with the Simple Mod downloader, and also we're going to be installing mods manually for the Simple Mod Manager. So let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, so it was brought to my attention that the Simple Mod downloader app that I showed on my previous video has some issues. So I'm still looking into these issues, but I'm going to be addressing one of them in this video here. So the issue that was brought to me was that when you try to download a mod that is a .rar file, the downloader says that it's not supported. So if you've experienced this, then you've probably seen this on your screen. Now, I did look into the files, and the dev does have it there where it says it supports all file types, but it seems that the library for the that is being used is outdated and could be something that is fixable, but for now we just have to wait and see. It is being looked into though. So in order to get around this, let's say you really want this mod, the .rar file, you have to download it manually from the website on your PC and then install it manually onto your SD card, so that way the Simple Mod Manager can read it. So that's what I'm going to be showing y'all here. I have this as an example. The Metal Mario is a .rar file, and it was giving me this error as well. So I went ahead and went onto the website and downloaded this .rar file, so that way we can install it manually ourselves. So let's get right to that. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is download the .rar file manually from the actual website. So I'm not sure if I can actually show the website on this video, but what I'm gonna try to do is tell you how I found it. So I just did a simple Google search of my game, and I took a snapshot of it here, and I just put Super Mario Wonder mods, and this is going to be the main source where you get all your mods. And if you just put your game with mods and you have this link here for Game Banana, that's where you're going to be seeing your mods. So if you go in there, you can scroll through all the mods that you want, and then that's how I found the Metal Mario. And here we are. I also went ahead and did the Koopa Troopa mod, so it replaces Luigi with the Koopa Troopa, and we're going to be adding that too, so that way you can see that as well. Later on in the video, I'm going to be adding this mod for the Sonic, the latest version of Sonic. We're going to be putting Mario inside the Sonic game, but just so that way I can show you a different game on how to set that up as well. So let's go ahead and continue. Okay, so let's say you have the mods that you want to install. What we need to do next is extract these files out of the RAR files and out of the zip files. So in order to do that, we need to use our zipping software. And for this type of file, RAR, I highly recommend using 7-zip because I never have any issues with it, and it opens up RAR files. So if you want to follow along with me with 7-zip, I'll leave a download link to that in the description as well. So with 7-zip, I'm going to start with the Koopa mod here. I'm going to right click, and with 7-zip, open the archive. Here we have the folder we want. Just extract it to wherever you want to extract it to. I'm just putting everything on the desktop to keep everything organized. Same thing with the Metal Mario. And lastly, I'm going to do this one for the Sonic. I'm going to put it up here so I won't get mistaken. Okay, so now that we have the folders extracted out of the zips and the RARs, now we can go ahead and open up our SD card. Now, it doesn't matter how you open up your SD card as long as you're able to transfer your files successfully, because that's really important. In this video, I'm using the DBI installer, so that way I can have ease of access to my SD card with the switch to USB to PC. That being said, I'm going to go into the SD card so I can see my contents. And here we have the root of the SD card. And inside the root of the SD card, we're going to look for a folder that's called mods. So if you see my video before on the Simple Mod Manager and the downloader apps, you probably already have a mods folder in the root of your SD card. But if you don't and you're new to this video here, I'll leave a link in the description to my other video if you're interested in watching that. But in this video, we're going to be installing the mods manually. So if you want to do that and you don't have a mods folder, you're going to just go into your SD card and pretty much right click and make a new folder and name it mods. Now that we have a folder that's called mods on the root of our SD card, now we can start putting mods inside of this folder. But before I do that, I want to explain that the directory for these mods is very specific for the Simple Mod Manager to be able to pick up and read it. So I'll probably leave it somewhere on the screen in big letters of the directory so I won't be so confusing. But to start explaining it, it should be like this. You're going to have first the mods folder on the root of the SD card, and inside this mods folder, you're going to create another folder that is the name of your game. So I already have this one here from my previous video, but to continue with showing you the example, you make the folder with the name of your game, and then inside this folder, you're going to create another folder, and you're going to name it the name of the mod that you are going to add. So once you name it the name of your mod, you can enter this folder and create another folder and name it contents. After you create this folder contents, you're going to enter it and you're going to create another folder, and here you're going to name this folder the title ID of your game. Once you have the title ID of your game, then you can enter this folder, and this is where you're going to put your mod. So I hope it's not too confusing. And if I'm going too fast, you can go back a little bit, but I should still have on the screen the directory of what I'm talking about. So here's the mod, and this is what it looks like. So if I were to enter this folder here for the Koopa mod, it's going to be just the mod files that I will have to put in here. So that's pretty much how it is. We're going to be doing these two together. But before I do that, I want to mention that you need to know the name, the title ID of your games. Now, if you don't know where to find that at, there's several ways to find the title IDs. But for me, to make it simple for myself and hopefully for y'all, I just use the website that is tinfoil.io. So if you go to that website like this, you can go into the tab that says titles. And then once you go into titles, you can search for the name of your game. And in this case, I'm looking for the Mario Wonder, and this is the title ID. So we're going to want to pay attention to this. I'm going to actually just copy it so that way I can have it ready. And now I have the title ID. So what we need to do now is we need to go back here. And since I already have the folder and the mods of the name of the game, I can enter this. But here is where I need to add the mod for the Koopa file. So I need to create a new folder, and I'm going to name it Koopa. And then I'm going to enter this folder, and then I'm going to create another folder and name it Contents. Make sure it's spelled correctly. And then I'm going to enter this folder and then create another folder and rename it to the title ID, which I just already copied. So I'm going to just Control V and enter, and there is my title ID. So now that I have this folder, I'm going to go into it, and this is where we're going to put the mods. So I'm going to enter this folder here for Koopa, and I have the ROM FS or the mod files, and I'm just going to highlight and then drag to this folder. There we go. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for Metal Mario. I'm already inside the game folder. I'm going to right click and name this folder. I'm going to name it Metal Mario. And I don't think it needs to be specific to the folder name. So I'm going to just test this one out with Metal Mario like this. I'm going to enter it. Then I'm going to create a contents folder. And then enter it, create a new folder, and then the title ID. and then enter it. And here I'm going to put the mod. So I'm going to enter this folder here. And some of the mods are going to have more files. Just as long as you enter this thing, highlight all the files, and then put them inside the title ID folder. And that should be good. Now we should have the new mods, and I'm going to check them out on the Switch in a little bit. But first, I'm going to add the mods for the Sonic game. So that way you can see a different game and the simple mod manager picking it up. Okay, so we added the .rar mods that I'm using as an example of manually installing into the Super Mario Bros. Wonder. But now I want to show you how to add a completely different game in case you have different mods for different games. So for example, I'm going to be adding the game that is the Sonic Superstars. And I'm going to be adding the mod Mario Wonder. And I think this replaces Sonic with Mario. But we're going to check that out later on in the video. But in order to add a different mod for a different game, what you need to do is this. You need to go into the mods folder in the root of your SD card. And here you need to create another folder and name it the name of your game. So in this case, it's Sonic Superstars. Okay. And then you're going to enter this folder. And here you're going to create another folder. And you're going to name it the name of the mod. So it's called Mario Wonder. I'm going to just do this. And then enter it. Inside this folder, we're going to create another folder and name it Contents. And then enter it. And inside this folder, in Contents, we're going to create another folder. And here we're going to do the title ID of the game. So in this case, it's Sonic Superstars. And I already went ahead and went to tinfoil.io, searched for Sonic Superstars. And here we have the title ID. So I'm just going to highlight this and copy it. And then I'm going to rename this folder the title ID of Sonic Superstars. And then I'm going to enter it. Once you enter the title ID folder, now you can open up the folder of your mod, highlight all the files that are inside the folder, and then move them to the folder of the title ID inside your SD card. Okay, so that should be it. It should look like this: title ID, contents, and then the name of the mod, name of the game, and then the mods folder. So if everything is done correctly, we should be able to go now into the simple mod manager, and we should be able to see the mods that we added. So in this case, we're the .rar files that we're not able to download from the simple mod downloader. So that's pretty much it for the SD card. Let's go ahead and eject and check it out on the Switch or on the simple mod manager. Okay, so here on the Switch, just like my previous video, I would highly recommend that you enter the simple mod manager in HB menu without applet mode. It just makes things a little bit more safer and you shouldn't have as much issues. Now, in order to get into HB menu without applet mode, there's a title override method, and then there's the method that I have here, which is a HB menu folder. Now, if you don't have this and you're interested, you can leave a comment down below, and then maybe I can share with you with that. So maybe. So yeah, once you have the folder, then you can enter the HB menu without applet mode. So my head's in the way, but this is where it would show applet mode if you are in that. But I'm not in that here. Now I can go into the simple mod manager and see if my mods have been entered. So if I go into here, now I see that I have the Sonic Superstars. So adding the directory for the mods seemed to have worked. And if I enter it here, I have Mario Wonder. And if I go back, I can go into the Super Mario Bros. Wonder and now see if I have the Koopa mod and the Metal Mario mod. So here we can see that I have the Metal Mario now and the Koopa. So it looks like it should be working just fine, but now we gotta install them to see if they actually are. So I think Metal Mario was Garfield. I'm gonna go ahead and disable Garfield real quick, so that way we can try Metal Mario. And Luigi was this one, the Finn. I'm going to go ahead and disable that. And now what we can do is I'm going to add the new mods. Let's do Metal Mario, and then we can do the Koopa. So now when I play the Super Mario Bros. Wonder, I should be Metal Mario, and Luigi should be a Koopa. I think it's Dry Bones. Or maybe just the regular Koopa. But we're going to find out right now. So that's pretty much how it works. If you want to see Sonic, I haven't actually played this one either. I'm going to just install it real quick. And I'm not sure if I will show that in this video. But I will show that on my second channel. Like a little bit long gameplay, so that way you can see the mod on how it works, and if there's any issues that I have or anything like that as I'm playing the game. So I'll leave a link in the description to my second channel as well if you are interested in looking at that. So now we have all the mods installed. Let's just go see if we have Metal Mario and Koopa. Okay, so here on the Mario Bros. Wonder, I don't have any audio because I don't want to get in trouble just in case, but we should still be able to see the mod. So I'm going to go ahead and enter it, and I'm going to enter the save game with my son. I'm going to do one player because it's just me right now, but you should be able to see the Koopa, and oh, it's over crewmate. I thought it was the Dry Bones over Luigi, but I think that I chose this Koopa because it was a .rar file, and the Dry Bones over Luigi is a .zip file. So I think that's why I did that, but it's obviously showing that it's working there, and it's not showing Mario as Metal Mario. But I'm gonna just go ahead and see if I play as him, it'll show him as Metal Mario. So we know that the Koopa's working, but it's not showing Metal Mario here. Oops. Let's enter a map or a level to see if it shows it. Okay, so there you go. Now it has Metal Mario, and seems to be working just fine for me. Now, if you want to see Metal Mario in action, maybe I can do a little bit of gameplay later on with my son, because we're playing the game together, and you can see the mod in action. I think I had Mario as Garfield, but I like to change it up and to see the different types of mods. They're really cool. But that's it. Everything's working for me, and I'm pretty sure the Koopa mod is going to work because it's already showing there. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, that is how we install the mods manually. So if you have any .rar files that's not working with a simple mod downloader, then you're gonna have to, for now, install the mods manually with downloading them from the PC and then adding them yourself on your SD card. So it works for both zip files and .rar files, and maybe any type of other file that is on the Game Banana website. But for now, that's all we got. I am looking at the updates, and it seems that it is being looked into for now. And of course, when there is an update and it can support .rar files, then I'll definitely do an update video on the Simple Mod Downloader, and then we don't have to do this manually option anymore. But until then, that's all we got here, and I hope that you're able to understand and I'm not being too confusing. But of course, if I am, you can leave a comment down below and ask me any type of questions. If it's not working for you, you can let me know in the comments as well. If you're experiencing any type of other issues other than this, you can let me know as well, because the next issue is going to be with some crashing with some of the mods, and I'm going to be looking into that in possibly a next video if it happens to me. So I'm going to try to see if the mod crashes, but of course if it doesn't, then I guess I'll go from there on what I do next. But that's pretty much it. We have the .rar files, .zip files, and we created a totally different game and added mods to it. So we're done here. Now I'm going to see if the Sonic Superstars, see how it works with that mod, because I have it active and I want to check it out. So we are done here. If you want to continue with me on this video, I'm going to see if the Sonic Superstars works. But if not, let me know if it does work for you. Let me know if it doesn't work for you. And of course, I really appreciate everybody's kind words to me and the support for me and this channel. I really appreciate every one of you. So thank you very much for supporting this channel. And also thank you for those that have gone to the second channel and have subscribed. It really means a lot to me. And it feels so weird starting from scratch with a new channel. But I think it might help me out with being able to show y'all things that I can't explain. So I can explain here, and then I try and show y'all in the other channel. And other things as well. So thank you for those of y'all that take the time to even look at those videos, and I really appreciate the likes and the subscribes. So thank you again, and thank you for watching. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Okay, so it's future me again, and you probably know by now that the Sonic didn't work for me. I found out that it is only for the PC version, and it sucks because I used that as an example in the video. But I'm here in the future, and I went ahead and added a mod in the Mario Party Superstars, and you can see Yoshi has been changed to Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, and now he would be a playable character on there. Just wanted to show y'all that. And then now I'm going to show you the layout of the directories. Okay, so here back at the SD card, I wanted to show y'all that inside the mods folder, I did do the same thing like Sonic Superstars, but since that didn't work, I did a new game, which is the Mario Party Superstars. I added the game folder, I added the name of the mod folder, and then inside is the contents folder, then the title ID of the Mario Party Superstars, and inside of it is the ROMFS. So it looks like all of the Switch files are going to be ROMFS as the mod files. It did come with more files, but I wanted to just make sure that it's just the ROMFS and see if it works. But there you go. You need to have that format of a directory. So it's working for me here, and at least I get to show you from a different game perspective. But there you go. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.